Sometimes your pipe needs to be covered, and insulation is the best way to do that. I want to show you how to do that inside of CADWorx. Okay, so insulation, very important when you're doing a piping design because it helps you control your space. It helps you to know what's in there, and it also shows up on your ISOs when you drop your ISOs. So I want to show you how to do that. So inside of CADWorx, what you do is you come over to Insulation View, okay? And we're going to click on Insulation View. There we go. There's Insulation View. Okay, so this is the tool palette. I'm going to dock it here. Oh, I thought I was docking it. So dock, okay, because I don't want it to go away. So basically, what you have two settings with inside of your your insulation editor. Okay, and this is something that you can do on the fly, or your CAD administrator can set it up where everyone uses the same one. But that's for them to do, not for you. So I'm showing you how to do it if that hasn't been set up by your CAD administrator. So basically, what we're going to do is the file right here is insulation data underscore I in underscore I dot inu. Okay, insulation. Okay, and so what you do is you have these predefined. These are out of the box from CADWorx. Again, you can customize them as you need to, but you can modify any of this data here. So let's say on this line right here, we have, just personal protection. Okay, so we're going to click on that. There we go. We're going to click on this 1 inch of personal protection. Well, it doesn't say personal protection, does it? Okay, so we're going to set our thickness, our density, whatever our density is, then we're going to go into our mastic, so whatever it is. And I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with my contacts, so I'm going to have to put my glasses on. And so we're going to say, the pit wrap CW30. Okay, that's fine. Heat tracing, if we're going to have heat tracing, and we're not, so we're going to leave that blank. Our insulation, okay, this is what's going to be called out. We're just going to say we're going to change this to PP for personal protection. And our jacketing, PVC pipe, galvanized aluminum, stainless steel, 316, 304. Again, this can be changed up in here into this this file right here. Okay, and so we're going to put aluminum on there. Okay, our user, again, nothing in here because nothing has been populated. Okay, and then we're going to, add this one. So we're going to add it, and it puts it right down here at the bottom. Okay, and so now we've got our old one, and then we have our new one right here for PP. And now we're going to add this to the drawing. Okay, now it doesn't mean that we're adding it to the drawing yet or to a fitting. We're just adding it to the drawing settings for you to be able to use it. Now, that's in your settings tab right here. To actually use your insulation, what you need to do is go down here to apply. Click on the second tab. Okay, so here is our, oh, no, it took the wrong one, didn't it? So we're going to, I really need to close that. So we're going to click this one right here. We're going to hit Add to Drawing. Okay. And now we've got our personal protection. Okay. So we're going to select this. And there's a couple ways you can apply this. Okay. You can select on the screen. Okay. You can select right here for a line number, and it'll give you all the lines that are in your model. And so, that you can do that. You can show data graphics or just the data only. So if you don't want to see your insulation, you can just choose data only. Okay, so we're going to go through each one of these. So we're going to say on screen. Okay, so we're going to grab this one. Okay, here's our personal protection. We're going to hit add, and we're going to select this part right here. Okay, so let me zoom in here. You can see that there's a second circle around the pipe. And so if we turn this on to shaded, let it regen here, you can see that this part is thicker. Okay. And you can see that this piece of pipe, or this line number, or this insulation has been used. And so now if you want to modify it, you can remove it. So let's say we want to remove it. We're going to select this one. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes, we're going to say yes. And now it's gone. So we're going to do that again, but we're going to delete. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to select a line number. So we know that this one here is, well, actually, let's just double check. 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 inch. Okay. So 4 inch, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to select this one, and we're going to hit add. Okay. Are you sure you want to add insulation to the selected component? We're going to hit components, okay, because we're adding it to the whole line number. So we're going to hit yes. Okay. So now you see that the whole line number has insulation on it, including the valves and the flanges. Okay. So let's say we don't want insulation on the flange. Okay. So again, we're going to come over here, select on screen. We're going to say remove. Okay. And we're going to hit OK. Are you sure you want to delete? We're going to hit yes. And now it deleted the insulation from just that flange, but the rest of the pipe has it on there. Okay. You can also do this by you can also modify a part of it. Let's say a part of your insulation, instead of like a fiberglass insulation, was a like a pyrogel, with the spray on type. You can call that out in your model, and so instead of this big insulation around, you would just have this very thin layer to show on that. But let's say we get our new PNIDs or our new line list, and that line number now has no insulation on it whatsoever. Okay. And so now we got to get rid of it. Well, we don't want to select every piece. That's kind of cumbersome. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit our line number. Okay. And when we're in our line numbers, you can see that this one has a plus sign. The plus sign says it has insulation in it. So if we click on it, it tells you what type of insulation for that line number. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this one. We're going to remove. And again, it gives you a warning, and we're going to hit yes, and it's gone away. Now, let's go ahead and add our insulation back to this line number. So when you get into your layer property, you have this insulation. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this, okay? And you can configure that inside your config file. That's a whole different video I don't want to get into right now. We'll get into it much later. But you can set it where your line number is are your layers by line number, and then you can set up your insulation where the insulation is by that line number, but you'll have a I at the end of it, and that's your insulation layer. With the way that I have the configuration file set up right now, all the insulation is just named insulation. Let's say we don't want to see the graphics. Okay, so we're going to we're going to say remove, and we're going to select this piece of pipe, and we're going to hit OK. 13 continuation graphics permanently removed. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes. Okay. Now we can also add it back very easily. And yes, it's going to do it by line number because we have it select. Our selection mode is by line number. Okay. So we can say show all. We can isolate. Okay. And it'll turn everything else off but that one. We can say show all. That'll unfreeze everything. You can do a hide and show. So we're going to do select this one. Okay. And so now it's hidden it. And so we want to show it. Still there, but it's just hidden. And then you can do a report. Are you sure you want to generate a report for the components associated with selected line numbers? Yes. And we're going to select that one. We want to open it. And let's say edge. Okay. And then there's our insulation thickness. Our report. 4-inch for a 4-inch size PVC. This information right here. Grand total, your total volume, your total length. So that way you can run basically a bill of material out of all the insulation. So again, that's very, very easy. Very nice to have. I know, everything, people want, the length of or how much insulation, we're ordering. And so with inside of CADWorx, you can make that happen. So I hope that helps you understand a little bit about our insulation inside of CADWorx and how to use it and how to modify it and how to play around with it. And again, if you have any questions, please hit me up on Facebook or hit me up on the comments section down below. You can also find me on LinkedIn. I post up videos there too. So please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time.